2, 1. What's going on? So this is episode 4 now, isn't it? Yeah, 4. I had the personal trainer one earlier, and I said in the first ever podcast I was going to interview the staff members and members, clients, and all sorts. So today we have Chris.
Hello.
So Chris, introduce yourself. Who are you? How did I meet you? And how did you begin to work FitnessWorks? It's a bit of a different story to the others, really, isn't it? It was a bit of a fluke.
It was a bit of a fluke. My name is Chris, and I've been working in marketing for the last 10 years, 11 years now, and I currently am the business manager here at FitnessWorks. So that kind of is quite a big scope of things, not just
it's a bit of everything, isn't it?
A bit of everything. So I do the marketing, I do the business side of it. I look after sales, accounts, consultations. I look after the personal trainers.
Basically all the stuff I don't like doing.
Yeah, so Jack's personal PA.
Yeah,
yeah. Your personal PA.
Yeah, how about the rest of the gym's PA?
So at 11 o'clock when I get a call at night saying, can you do this?
Yeah.
I have to do it. But I like doing it, it's fun. It's good fun.
Where have you come from? Obviously you're not just your usual sales person, are you? That's what made it more interesting when you walked into the door, because anyone can kind of sell, really. I could have employed an 18-year-old kid to sell for me, or I could have employed a car salesman to sell for me, because sales is tough, but if you're a little blanger then it's not actually that hard.
Yeah. So from, I would say, the age of 10, I kind of had this sales background where I was buying sunglasses on a beach in Barbados and bringing them home and selling them for double the amount of money, and I've always had that thing kind of in me. I was buying like watches and selling things on, and I was creating things from the age of like 15, 16 eBay accounts and making money and flipping money, and it's a game in itself, and it's a job in itself at 16 years old, trying to create something, but at the same time sweeping floors and grafting and having that business mindset of getting somewhere, and wanting to be a part of something. And there's a lot of times over the last kind of 15 years where you've really thought, or I've really thought, I've got a really good opportunity here, but no one really believes in you, and no one...
Not in the corporate world, do they?
No, not in the corporate world.
Like, you're a little fish in a big ass sea.
And I ended up, after college, going to Sheffield University.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think you're probably one of the only ones with a degree in the business, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, Nathan's got one.
Nathan's got one.
You and Nathan, that's it.
Ended up going to university, and a friend of mine was on TV, and I got the opportunity to work by TV, and that's when I set up my own business, doing personal appearances. And people think that going to a nightclub and showing up with a Mario, that's right, showing up with a celebrity is an easy job, but to get them to that nightclub and to get them to pay the money at a nightclub and the cash is hard work, because you turn up to nightclubs at 1 a.m. and people don't want to give you the money that you've been grafting for weeks on end to get them that booking. So that was my kind of first business that I set up properly.
Yeah, and that one, how long were you in that one for?
5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
You met some people. Who have you met doing that? Who were you personal PA for? Well, not PA, but...
Mario from Towie. Looked after Lauren, Mark Wright, all the old school kind of Towie people. Worked with Dancing on Ice, MTV, Channel 4, the BBC.
Trying to get on Love Island at one point.
Trying to get Jack on Love Island.
Yeah, the ex-girlfriend didn't like that too well. Caused a bit of a riot.
It was good times, it was good fun, and I learned a lot from it. And I think the main thing that I've taken away from working in that industry is nothing is ever as it seems.
No way. And it's like Instagram nowadays.
Yeah.
It's just like a real life Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because their Instagram's fake. Their lives are fake.
Yeah.
They are fake.
Yeah.
But
everything's an act, and there's a lot of characters out there that you see on TV that will try and make that persona over an Instagram account or a Facebook account, and they're nothing like that when you meet them in real life. They're just normal people going about their everyday lives. And
just with a few more followers than you and I. So basically how I come across Chris, I was trying to create another business on the side. I was trying to create a clothing brand on the side, which ended up being ridiculously hard. We've tried to create quite a few businesses on the side of FitnessWorks now, but they are really hard. Starting a new business is hard. We tried to create a not FitnessWorks actually, that's a lie. We tried to create a fitness clothing brand in Niall.
Bespoke clothing
brand with Niall, who was an old PT of ours at FitnessWorks Warwick. we tried to make a clothing brand, and we said, right, we need a designer and someone who's good at social medias to help us get a little bit further than we could have got on our own. So Niall said, I know someone, got Chris in, and I think, I think you sat down and explained everything I wanted for Fitness Works, but it was for We Athletic. And then when I got home, I was like, mate, you need to come do that for the gym, let alone We Athletic.
I remember the first ever thing, one of the first ever things you said to me was, when I was telling you about what I do, is you're like, I need this for the gym, this will take me to the next level.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to go to the next level. I've got as far as I can go, but I need someone to help me get to the next stage of where I want to be.
Yeah, because if you look at our kind of Fitness Works branding from, how long ago now? 2 years ago?
2 years now.
It was very sporadic, there was no consistency. I was doing it all myself day in, day out. Some days we'd have 5 posts, some days we'd have 8 posts, some days we'd have no posts. We'd have regrams, we'd have links.
You'd have 8 trainers doing different things on social media.
All trainers
sites.
kind of inputted into one Instagram, one social media account, and it was just, it worked, it served a purpose for a short period of time. And if that's all you can afford, then that's great. But that's what kind of brings me on to the next question is, the brand we have now created is super strong.
Yeah.
And that's took us how long? 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
People think that where we've come, where we are now has been overnight.
Yeah.
But it hasn't, is it?
No.
Like, from going from regrams to 8 people input in, it's took us a good solid 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Day in, day out. And that's what brings me on to my next question, was the importance of a solid brand, and how have you helped us create the Fitness Works brand now, what it is, the FWX, the black and red,
so for me,
the branding you see behind me if you're watching it on YouTube, the branding you see on our clothes, it's all done in-house. We don't have anybody else design anything for us. It's all done in the back office here at Fitness Works Kenilworth. Go.
I use one word, whatever I use, consistency.
Yeah.
That is what I use every day, is
Day in,
consistency.
day
Whether that's being consistent on an email, having contact with a client, having contact with members, whether it's branding, whatever that may be, is being consistent. That's why we're so popular on the Instagram, because we're always consistent.
And Facebook, and there's been loads of times now where I've been into bars, I've been into pubs, I've been into restaurants, I've been in IKEA, I've been all over the place now. People come up to me like, you're that lad that does the videos, and our reach isn't huge compared to some people, but it's because we're consistently in people's faces. And you see all the stuff on social, and obviously I'm the face of the brand, but I don't really do anything on social. I don't think, I can't remember the last time I posted was maybe the video at the weekend, just
so that's how I've always been. So whenever I've worked in a position, I've always been that person behind the scenes, but I like that. And it's the same going back. If you look at my life over the last 10 years and working with those people in that industry, I've always been that behind the scenes person, and I like that, because it's quite nice to say you're a ghostwriter, you're a ghost this, because people seem to think that it's other people doing it, but really it's someone else's effort. But that's how I've made my living, believe it or not, is being at the back of the scenes. And a lot of times you look at a producer of a song, they're behind the scenes, you don't have a clue who they are, but they're making the beat, they're making the music, and they're making it happen for people.
And the videos, you see on people's social, you never know who's doing them, do you?
But that's why I like doing
any of them. I edit a few videos now, and that's it really. I edit these podcasts, but thumbnails, socials, I don't do any of it. But the importance of the brand, to me, is the biggest out of anything really we do. And we've had a lot of people try and rip our brand off. We've had a lot of people copy our videos. We've had a lot of people steal our content.
It's flattering now.
Yeah, it's flattering now, You're getting people copying our ideas. You even have big chains now, like big chain companies using our ideas and our kind of our marketing tactics for themselves, which is quite flattering at the end of the day. You have like people, and it is quite hard. People have got very jealous. We've got a lot of haters now, haven't we? Fitness Works does have a lot of haters, and they're usually old men from gyms in Leamington and Warwick and Stratford.
Yeah, but when people are hating and people are talking,
still attention,
and people you're still in people's faces, because when someone hates you and they talk to their friends saying, oh, I hate this brand because they're doing this and this, you're still marketing, because they're still passing on information about your brand.
And your brand's still in their minds.
Yeah, and that's the key to it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the main important things. And now if you look around Fitness Works, they all generally look the same, don't they? We've just had a refurb at Kenilworth. We've got Southam, obviously. And then anyone that comes along now, we have our kind of set ways, and it showed how powerful the brand was when we launched Southam. Because when we launched Southam,
so we were having a target of I think it was 50 members within the first, before we opened. We wanted 50 members before we opened, but we got to 120 before the doors even opened, which was...
I think we got to 120, then we had 40 or 50 packets, no, not 40 or 50, 20 or 30 packages.
Yeah, about 30
packages. So before we opened, our brand was already quite established in Southern. We did leafleting. What else did we do?
So we did all the social media content, we did email campaigns, we did text message marketing, we did working with local businesses, we did outreach, we did events, we did referrals through other people. It was ridiculous. But
did guerrilla marketing, putting signs up on posts,
and we just wanted people to look at the brand before they walked in the door.
Really,
that was
what we're all about, and it worked well. And the first weekend we had a queue out the door, didn't we? At one point at show rounds, because there's one thing we do is, if you want to come to Fitness Works, you don't just walk in the door and get led. Well, no, just walk around here. No. You always get shown around. You always get explained what the gym is. Because it's quite a scary place in a way. Because
I always say, for women coming into this environment, it's the equipment looks big and bulky. The AstroTurf looked weird with the ropes and the sleds and the tyres, but it's overcoming that feeling of, oh my god, this is too much for me. And at the end of the day, our member database, I reckon, is now at 60% women.
We are majority. You come in here at 6 p.m. and you go to a class, it is 60-70% women. There's been times where we've had mixed classes with only women in them. Because the kind of women are getting over the fear of Fitness Works, and also it's just a different way to train, isn't it? Like, you go to all these commercial shit gyms that I hate, and you can do a virtual screen, which I don't mind some of them, like virtual spins, alright, but I don't think virtual circuits or virtual Les Mills classes is the way forwards. But you come here and you're instructed by a proper instructor with the correct qualifications and enthusiasm. I think that's what is separating us from a lot now. And also the price. Like, we're £40 a month, which is, I think, cheap. How many classes do you get for that?
Over 40 a week.
Over 40 a week, 3 gyms, 40 classes, and the use of some of the best equipment in the country. Watson Gym Equipment, some of the best gym equipment you will buy. So
I read a comment today from a lady over in Southern that said, when I first walked in this gym, I thought, oh my god, what have I let myself in for? But now I absolutely love it, and I love being a part of your family, and that just kind of made it. Like this morning, that kind of brings home what the brand's about and what we've done over the last couple of years. And as Jack said, people will hate on it, and people will
hate on it a lot.
And the reason is that it's jealousy. At the end of the day, it comes down to jealousy, and people hate to see other people doing well, and other
especially
people
so quickly, because we're probably the newest and biggest gym in Warwickshire now.
With plans for
with massive plans
in place,
huge plans in place, and
that are happening.
They do actually. That's the one thing about us. If we say we're going to do something, it happens. There hasn't been a plan which we said we were going to do and haven't done. I don't think or at least not had attempt it. We've got a lot of things coming in January, like the academy and stuff like that, which will separate us from the rest as well. And then we also have other opportunities for other people, hopefully early next year. But we can't say too much, can we? What else have we got coming? Christmas, New Year,
sale in January, so look out for that. We're not going to tell you just yet what's going on with that. It's going to be a busy time for not just Fitness Works, but the growth of the company next year, and where it's going to go and how it's
next year. I think next year will be, hopefully, fingers crossed, with the plans we have, will be our biggest year. Be our 5th year. Be our biggest year. Last question. To new people that might be listening to this, or personal trainers, or people who want to own a gym or own something, 1 or 2 or 3 pieces of advice to build a solid brand.
So I like people that are, I call them go-getters. So people who want to make a difference within their industry. I like people who are consistent with everything they do, whether that's getting up at 6 in the morning, getting up at 5, staying until the last client's done, whether that's working over because you've got consultation. I like consistency, and just generally giving a shit about what actually goes on within the business and how people feel.
Yeah.
Because especially within the fitness industry and within a gym industry, you get a lot of mixed emotions from people, and I meet pretty much every member now, and I know every member, and every member is different. Yeah, every member is different. You know, you've got people on a daily basis who are dealing with anxiety, depression, mental health issues, all that kind of stuff, and you know, it's kind of like selling a package to them. You've got to tailor your responses to them based on how they're feeling and what their emotions are like. And yeah, just give a shit and be nice to people.
Even though some of our videos don't necessarily come across nasty, they just come across truthful.
I walked into a gym. I mystery shopped a gym not long ago in the local area, and I walked in there and just wanted to see what they did when I walked in, how they dealt with me, what, you know, just how we could be better, basically, what they did that we didn't do, and all that kind of stuff.
I did the same last week, actually. I'll go over mine after you've gone yours.
I walked into the gym, stood there, 5 minutes, no one came to me, so I just started wandering around the gym, and this is a local gym as well. Stood there, wandered up the stairs into the gym. No one, everyone just looked at me. No one came over to me, said, what do I need? Do I need any help? Do I need any showing around? And it's always, I think, having that personal touch with your clients.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah. Same with me. I went into a gym in a town which I won't tell you yet, but hopefully one day I'll release it, when I was training over at another facility a few weeks back. First of all, I couldn't get in the front door. Couldn't get in the door. It was 8 p.m. I couldn't get in the door. So a member, luckily, was coming in, let me in. And it was quite a cool system, actually. They had a phone case and they let them in, let me in the gym. Then there was probably 7 or 8 people in there. I walked in and spoke to the kid. I was like, can I have a look around? He's like, yeah, go on then. So me and Phoebe walked around all the machines, had a look. There was people PT and people doing CrossFit style workouts, people doing bodybuilding. And then I came back over to reception and said to him, hey mate, are you a box? He said, what? I said, are you a box, a CrossFit box? He says, I don't really know what a CrossFit box is. You'll have to wait for my man over there to stop PTing and he'll come and tell you what we're all about. And I was like, do you know what, I'm not even going to bother waiting, mate. I'm going to go home. So then I went home and I just thought, that's so shit.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed off if someone did that here. Yeah. In actual fact, if someone came in here and they said they didn't know what they are, I'd tell them, fuck off. They'd probably be out the door faster than they came in it.
Yeah.
Because that to me is criminal. Yeah. It's all about the personal experience from the front door to the back door to the AstroTurf to the fucking toilets, the change rooms, to whatever. Because as soon as someone has a bad experience, they will leave, don't they? And we've had a lot of people leave us when a new gym came. Not a lot. We probably had how much? 5% leave us?
Less than that.
Less than that. Maybe 30 people left us, and less than 5%. About 30 people left us when a commercial gym opened up the road. It took a few weeks or months, didn't it, for them all to go, and they just wanted to experience it and have a look.
And there was, see, like going back to that quickly, there was the people that needed to leave, I believe.
Yeah, there was. We needed, didn't we? Yeah.
We needed something like that to come, because there was people that, and I hate to say this, that just weren't suited to this environment, and wanted. Walking into a Fitness Works gym is a very different environment than what you're going to walk into a Virgin Active style gym. It's not as clean, it's not as tidy, but that's why we're here for different reasons, and we cater to 2 different markets.
Too right, and that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. That a good handful of people at Fitness Works gym only came to Fitness Works gym because we were the only one. They had the other local council gym, which was rubbish, but there was no real gym around here. And then when this other gym opened up, a handful of these people that, to be honest, we wanted to leave left. And that freed up space for people who are committed and want to train properly or want to actually achieve a fitness result, not want to go to the gym, sit down and text, do a bicep curl on a rubbish machine, pretend to go to the gym, chat and talk, tell people that they went to the gym, didn't actually do anything, and then went home. Because they're just clamming up our space and making the place look untidy. But a few other people wanted just to go and see it, didn't they? Yeah. So they joined it. I spoke to them halfway through, how are you getting on? Hate it. Rubbish. Tied in. And now guess what? Last week we signed how many more? 32 people, I think? 32 new members we signed last week at Fitness Works Kenilworth, because things came to the end, contracts came to the end, things kind of went back to normal, and people realised, actually, this spitting sawdust. No, we're not even spitting sawdust, are we?
The grass isn't greener.
No, the grass is never greener, and we give a shit, we care. This gym environment's fun, it's friendly. We have parties like we had on Saturday where 130 people came to, and we actually know your name when you walk in the door. It's manned, and we are very professional.
Community.
Yeah, community.
That is it.
So that is what we're all about. So once again, thank you for listening. Got anything else to say?
No, thanks for listening.
And
Stay tuned for more.
Yeah.